Welcome back to the People's Cookbook, where, you know, what we're doing is literally testing the nation's favourite recipes, and 2 more dishes to go. Now, for the second course, with me, I have a moule, and we're making chicken stuffed with courgettes and vine leaves. Sounds fantastic.
Tastes.
So where does this dish come from, Amo?
It's from the south of Lebanon, an area called Majayoun, where I grew up. And it was done by the ladies, prepared on Saturday evening.
This dish would be done in many different parts of Lebanon, or versions of it, no? Just in your hometown? But yours is the best version. Yeah. Now, you have a deli here in London.
Yes.
And I know you sort of feel it's an extension to your home and your life.
I grew up in a very hospitable home in the south of Lebanon. My dad was the mayor of that town, and there was always parties at home. Food was very important for my family. For me, the cooking started from my mother. She taught me everything I know. My business basically is an extension of my home. I cook the food every day, freshly, from the croissants down to the cakes. It's based on home-cooked food, whether the recipe is American, English, whatever. I do everything based on as if I am cooking for my family. Gathering around the table is a very, very important thing for us. It brings people together and you discuss things that happen during the day. This dish is called Jej Warana Coussa.
I've sat here and eaten a full roast dinner that is better than any English roast I've eaten anywhere, which has spices in it, has ingredients that I would never normally eat, never been used to eating in the past, but somehow is so satisfying.
It's an event dish, really. It's a gathering dish. It's only done in Majayoun, in my hometown, nowhere else in Lebanon. So this is an authentic dish.
My goodness, it looks fantastic. I'm looking forward to this. We'll talk about the spice mixture here. So, Arabic coffee, cinnamon, black pepper, salt. Yeah? Now, why the coffee in there?
The coffee is to get rid of the rankness of the chicken. You know, when you boil a chicken, usually the way we do it is to take that foam off. Yeah? So the coffee will get rid of that. The coffee and the cardamom are 2 things that go really well with chicken.
I've never tried chicken with coffee before. So, we've rubbed the chicken inside and out with a little bit of lemon juice. We've got some of the spice mixture inside, and I've started to stuff it with the mixture, the lamb stuffing mixture, with the rice, the lamb, cinnamon, black pepper, a little bit of salt, a little bit of vegetable oil, and some pine nuts sautéed off in a little bit of butter. Yeah? So we just finished putting that in, and I assume you don't put too much in, yeah?
No, I mean...
Because it's going to expand with the rice in there, yeah?
Yes.
Anthony, I don't know if you're going to beat this one. This is some dish. This is what we call a humdinger.
I know, there's an awful lot to do there, Paul, but mine is simple. We got Ben here.
Sort of tunnels them out, yeah?
Yes.
What we did is we sort of poured them out like that. She's disgusted with it. And we put the filling in, and then we put the toothpick across like that. She says her mother's going to kill her. Did these go on top now?
Yes.
Yeah?
The whole purpose of this exercise is so that to cook the chicken, because the chicken will take longer than everything else to cook. So it has to be covered completely with the courgettes and the vine leaves.
So we need more?
Yes.
Okay, well, just pretend we got more. And it's all completely covered now. You see, cover it nicely like that, you see.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yes.
And then we put a plate on it.
Yeah.
And it goes in.
Yes. To offer weight on top of it so that it doesn't
so it
move.
cooks as one thing.
Yeah, so that the vine leaves don't break up and open, the rice goes all over the
because
plate.
The vine leaves are going to expand as well, aren't they?
Obviously. Yeah. So you need really weight.
Anthony, could you sit on that, please?
Here. Now, I'm ready to put the pasta on, so we got this very thin hair spaghetti, I don't know what they call this. Bang it in salted water, plenty of salt with pasta, remember? And don't put olive oil, believe all that nonsense chefs tell you about putting olive oil. At the end of the day, olive oil just floats to the surface. There's no point in putting it in. So what you've got to do is keep moving it around to start with until the starches come out and then things don't stick together. Isn't that right?
It's not often him and I agree, but I agree with him there. Waste of olive oil.
We agree about everything except your high-waisted trousers.
How does that look? It smells amazing.
We just put a little bit of cheese in there, a little bit of parsley, and some butter.
Looking good. Oh, it looks gorgeous. Oh, it smells wonderful too. Such rich, aromatic chicken flavors, yeah?
Yes.
It does smell great. It doesn't smell like what you'd call a classic bolognese. I think it's got slight sweetness with that soy and the Worcester sauce coming through. We're all ready to go, Paul. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's hit 'em.
Rock and roll.
Not literally, of course.
Chicken and stuffing.
Yeah, this sort of spaghetti bolognese gone into overdrive, isn't it? It's kind of like supercharged.
Oh my God, very powerful.
Flavour to the spaghetti. It's quite unusual.
It's almost like spaghetti bolognese is the wrong name for this. This is something
This
else
is Ben's
altogether.
Bolly. Ben's Bolly, we call
Ben's
it.
bolognese, yes. The stuffing tastes almost nutty, doesn't it? It's got pine nuts. It's got pine nuts. It's fantastic.
In the chicken had pine nuts, yeah.
Courgette is gorgeous.
Okay, chaps, it's supposed to be a tasting, not a banquet.
You wanted to say something, you know.
So let's find out which dish you're sending through into the book. Andy?
For me, it's going to be the chicken. I like the aromatic quality of it, and the texture of the chicken is really delicious.
Thank you, Andy. You've redeemed yourself completely.
I'll have to see you later.
Emma?
This is a very, very difficult one. I think for me, I have a real problem with soy sauce and anything other than Asian. I have to admit, I can always taste it, and that's a personal thing. But the chicken is just the kind of dish I would love.
There were so many things going into the chicken dish. I expected a real explosion of wow flavours, and it was very subtle, almost too bland for me, to be honest. Whereas with the spag bol, I thought, well, spag bol can be very bland. And if anything, there was a bit too much going on there. So I'm very torn between the two, but I'll go for a punch of flavour rather than perhaps not enough flavour. I'm going for the spaghetti.
Yes, good man. Well done, Bill. We like you.
I thought the opposite of you, actually. I felt that was just far too strong. There was far too much in it. It was a bit kitchen sinky for me, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Steady, girl, steady.
But I love the chicken.
For me, although I kind of loved this, it reminded me of the sort of food I used to cook up as a student. You know, a bit of this, bit of that, chuck it all in, you know. And it was maybe it reminded me of damp student flats or something because of that, which is totally not your fault, Ben, but that's just where it was taking me. So for me, it's got to be this dish, which makes me think of holidays in the sun, sitting around the table.
Fantastic decision.
Well, there you go.
It's congratulations to us, then. Well done. The chicken goes through into the people's cookbook.
Hey, well done.
Thank you.
Well done.